Okay, looks like we're live now. Welcome everyone. It is the Sunday afternoon uGameHub.com Google Hangout for this Sunday, or October 16th, 2016. I'd like to welcome everyone. I have with Richard Beck, Richard, and which is John? Yeah, John there with us too. Okay, John, how you doing? Doing, Richard, how are you? Good, good, good. Thanks, fellas, for coming in, and we'll get this thing started here in a little bit. A lot going on right now with United Games. I guess we can still say that, and that's the last thing you'll hear me say, about issues. But we got the app about to launch here in October. It's already halfway through October. I've got some strategies, that I'll discuss here in just a little bit about what I think is going to happen. And we have some insight. Both John had some insight, and Richard as well. As far as, app launching. But the bottom line is this, the company United Games said that they're going to launch the app in the month of October. We're halfway through the month of October. So guess what? I've got a breaking news. The app is going to get launched in the next 16 days.
That's right.
And, yeah. And that comes from the company, not from me. That comes from the company. So, if you want to be a player and join us, have fun playing the game, then, find a link on this website or go to your friend or give one of us a call and we'll get y'all set up to be a player. And that's what we do here at uGameHub.com. We teach you how to play the game. That's what, from the day one when we started these hangouts from way back when. Our whole philosophy, our whole direction is teaching you, how to maximize your effort, score the most points, get the most tokens, and on how to play the game. And as this game, if you go back and watch some of our old previous videos when they're back up, you'll be able to see, how we go about doing this. We're going to continue doing these hangouts this exact same way. And teach you players, how to maximize, your potential in earning points and tokens, playing the game. We all have our insights, and as we discussed in our previous hangouts too, that this thing has the potential to spin off into a lot of really big things. A lot of really big things, and we're not just talking NFL football where they're starting. What's the gal, John, what was the gal's name that does all the, Natasha, what's her name? Natalie, I think's her name, right? Oh, we lost your voice.
He's muted.
Oh, maybe that was. Hey, John, you just need to unmute. John, you need to unmute your name.
There we go. There we go. That's that big red dot on the bottom corner of my screen. Sorry about that. Madeleine Lewis is the person. Yes.
Yeah, she was saying that they're going into college football as well, but NBA basketball's next. No, she said baseball. I think no. What did she say?
International soccer is next because they are doing the MLS, which gives them the platform to go ahead and launch some more soccer. But right. that had already been announced. So she did say that the next would be the NBA. So I assume that to be the direction: NFL, MLS, Major League Soccer, then international soccer because the platform's done. NBA.
Okay, and then NBA. Okay, great. Well,
right.
I listened to her last deal, and it was quite informative. And I encourage everyone, you players out there that want to learn more about the company and its intentions and the actual app itself, just listen to Natalie's, most recent or previous, hangouts that she's done.
Yeah, Madeleine.
Madeleine, and that will update you on what's going on there. But, we're doing these hangouts at 1 o'clock, on Sundays, specifically because there is live action going on right now. And that's how we're going to be able to teach, so forth. And any people that are watching these games and see any NFL live on the background, it's all been approved by the NFL. Mm-hmm. In a couple of our hangouts, we've already got NFL going on in the background. I've been contacted, and the NFL is perfectly fine with it. I've signed agreements with them to do so, so we're all in good shape there. So They have no issues with it, at least with me. With other sites, I can't speak on their behalf, but on this site, uGameHub.com, which by the way is going to change in about 16 days. Within 16 days, the name's probably going to change. But we'll see. We'll see about that when the app gets launched. But you'll always be able to come here at uGameHub.com. That site will always be active. But the names have already been reserved, for the new app name. So anyway, we'll move on with that. Today's topic, by the way, is how to play the game. And we're just going to pass around each one of us today. And I'm not going to do any screen shares today. Honestly, I've got too many screens to show you to tell you how to play. But it's real simple, and we're focusing on the NFL. It's how they're launching it with the NFL. The app was going to be launched with the NFL. That's their target market right now, and everything's geared pretty much around that right now, as well as Major League Soccer. But with the NFL, there's two ways to play: live mode or pre-game mode. And the pre-game mode is real interesting because you have days and even up to a week, I think, to play the pre-game mode or up to the kickoff, I guess, to play the pre-game mode. The live mode is when the game is ongoing, and that's what everyone's waiting for. But I think you have a significant advantage, and this is just my opinion. You have a significant advantage to playing the pre-game mode because you can play all games. So we're gonna in the future you're gonna see us doing hangouts, on pre-game mode. Once the app is launched, we could be doing multiple, and should be, and probably will be doing multiple hangouts on a weekly basis. Going through the pre-game setup. We will do live as well. But I got a gut feeling there's going to be a lot of people jumping on here, and this is what I was talking about earlier about how this thing can morph into something a lot bigger than it is. But in the very near future, whatever city you live in, whatever favorite NFL team you have, there's going to be guys and people out there, teams, clubs, whatever you want to call them, saying, join my hangout, and we'll play the game live for 3 hours. If the game's going on in the background, everyone can see it. They can broadcast if they got NFL approval, I guess. And if you own a bar or a restaurant like I do, and you can have the actual NFL games live in your place. There's certain privileges you can do broadcasting. That they allow you to do. So, but I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag there and tell people how to go about their business. And get certain privileges, I guess, if you want to call it. You got to pay for them, that's for sure. But anyway, the games, I think, in this app can really morph into a lot of really, really good things. And whatever, like I said, whatever favorite team you have, you're going to be able in the very near future, you're going to be able to search and find a hangout or a live stream where someone is broadcasting that particular game that weekend, Detroit versus Green Bay. The Lions are your favorite team, and play the game live with that person. And who knows? They may charge you, they may not. I don't know. All this stuff can be morphed and brought out there. But this game, as Madeleine, the gal, is saying, that it's going to happen sooner than later. And they're on it. They're on an agenda. They have certain things they're trying to accomplish now, and they're doing a good job at it. And it's going to be launched on their predetermined schedule, and that's within the next 16 days. So, and that's by their word, not mine. And we're all excited about that. John, I'm going to throw it over to you. Today's topic is how to play the app, and whether it's pregame or live mode. I mean, those are the two modes you're going to be able to play it. I was going to do some screen sharing today, but I don't have there's too many screens actually on both of them to kind of give you an idea. The main thing that I really want to stress with people is, the pregame is obviously you got time, to get it done. The live, you're doing it live, and the buttons. There's certain screens that are going to become staples, that you're going to get used to seeing. You might even see billboards, TV commercials, and everything else with these types of screenshots. and that's big buttons for your fingers to 1, 2 buttons on. That's it. Yes, no, whatever. And but live or pregame mode is the way to play. Do you have any comments, John, or you want to elaborate on some of that stuff?
There's just maybe a couple things. One, I totally agree. The pregame mode is you have a lot of time to set up, and I think we mentioned in our last hangout that you're going to have the ability to acquire free tokens to play the game through freemium play, and going in and doing game setup throughout the week is certainly a reason to go get those freemium tokens and play them in the pregame mode, because you can get, I think the number is 5 a day. That may end up being more than 5, but you can go in and get tokens, and you can play them in the pregame mode that you're doing for that particular day, and then set up another game the next day. So that would be certainly a reason to go in, get free tokens, and to get your pregame set up. But yeah, I mean, the live mode, I think most people will pick the team that they want to play. They'll have the ability to be in leagues. So there'll be, I'm sure there's going to be leagues set up everywhere, so you can play against others, not only just from a general standpoint. You can play against the fans of the other team if the 2 leagues come together. But I think the freemium model, acquisition of tokens, those kinds of things. In the very beginning, I was wondering, why would somebody go into the app on a day that nothing's going on? Well, there is something going on every day. So you do have the ability to go get those. So that's really about all I've got to share. I mean, I'm very anxious for the app to get here. I mean, my Titans are up 14-6 right now. I'd love to be playing that game right now. But that's not available to us yet, but will be soon. So, Richard, you want to jump in? I'm done.
Well, I think it's great that we got the, as soon as it's released, because the pregame opportunity gives you a chance to lay out a strategy, and then if you're impulsive and you just want to play by the seat of your pants, just go with the live version and just roll with it. So I think there's 2 great ways to to enjoy the app, and really thoroughly enjoy the experience of the games now that we never had for such a long time, in the past.
Yeah, Richard, you got a good point too, and you're in an area too. I pay particular attention to the Atlanta Falcons. Team in your backyard that, the beginning of the season they were nothing, but now they're beating everybody hands down. Doing very, very, very well. So, there's some strategies on how to play the pregame, and on how to play the live mode as well. And it's just a matter of getting it, getting it straight and learning how to do it. And as we said before, from this website and these hangouts we do are designed specifically for the players, and to teach you how to earn the most points, and we're looking way down the road here, beyond basketball and baseball. Almost into the next season almost, because there's going to be some action and some activity that you're going to see begin to develop toward the end of this NFL season. There's no way it can happen before then. So it's going to happen. It could happen, probably in playoffs in January. You'll begin to see it, and some of the activity, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and people are going to enjoy it. Again, just pay attention to what's going on. Hopefully this app will be launched here, in the next, 16 days, like I said, and that comes from the company, not from me, we'll enjoy it.
Can you imagine how much fun this game's going to be to play during playoff season?
Oh yeah. It's it's going to be a lot of fun. And like I said, the company's trying to get it launched. They're on their agenda and their schedule, and they're going to stick to it. And it was good they told us it would be October. And like I said, we're halfway through October, so the second half, 16 days left. We'll have this out. But they also said it's a project in motion, and there's a lot of different moving parts, and as I mentioned before in our previous hangouts, and we're going to do a hangout probably 6, 8, 10 months from now, come back to where our original hangouts and do the screen shares like we've already done these last few weeks, to where they are a year from now, and it's going to look entirely different. I'm certain it will. The buttons probably will stay the same, but they've got a lot of adapting to do and use and a lot of stuff that they're doing. But yes, John, I agree. It's going to be a blast. Richard, you got a great setup, in a position over there, and we're really going to have a lot of fun here at uGameHub.com and our other sister websites, that will teach players, how to play the game. And we're really, really, really looking forward to that. So I'm going to keep this hangout short this week. A lot of stuff going on. We should look forward to a very informative week coming from the company this week. There's a possible, this is just my opinion, there's a possible event like the Las Vegas event that's going to happen. I don't know if it'll be a physical visit. It most likely will be an online, type of deal. But we'll wait and see what they roll out. But my gut feeling tells me there is going to be an event. There is going to be some pomp and circumstance around it, obviously. But we're going to be notified of it, and which is good. And we got a lot going on, a lot of stuff they're going to be delivering to us this week, and hopefully we will have the app within 16 days. So any closing comments, John?
No, just looking forward to it, and just everybody that's watching this, just stay tuned.
Yeah, very good. Richard, any closing comments?
I was going to say, I'm so excited and impatient about waiting to get this app in hand so that we can start showing everybody exactly, the advantages and, how to really get your gaming going. And so, yeah, I guess I'm just Mr. Impatient right now.
I know you had some other things on your mind too that are keeping you, you're busy. So, all three of us are patiently, like everyone else, waiting to see what the company rolls out with. So we'll sit tight, and see what happens. And we'll look forward to seeing everyone next week. There's no topic, on the website, and we'll have something next week. We will be back the same time next week, 1 p.m. Central Time here in the United States, Sunday. I guess that will be the 16th, the 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
So we look forward to seeing everyone then. And until then, from John, Richard, myself, thanks for checking in with us today. Everyone stay safe. Stay tuned for the United Games announcements this coming week. And we'll look forward to seeing everyone a week from today. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.